Hi, I'm Kate from House to Home and welcome to the Handmade Wedding. In this video series, we're going to be showing you how you can craft some elements of your wedding to create a really personal touch without a great expense. Today we're going to focus on centerpieces for your tables. Now, when it comes to centerpieces, it can be easy to spend a lot of money on either flowers or elaborate vases. We're really going to strip that back. So we've still got the main elements that I think are important in centerpieces, and that's your flowers and your candles. We're going to add these really lovely little touches that will incorporate that rustic country theme without spending a fortune. So first off, you are going to need a selection of glass jars and bottles, and I've also got some tea light holders. All of these came from shops on the high street. When I went shopping, I avoided all those kind of shops that label stuff as wedding. As I'm sure you'll already know, if you've started planning your wedding, as soon as you put the word wedding in front of anything, it pretty much triples in price. So straight away, get that out of your mind. Second-hand shops are also a great place to pick up larger jars or vases to put either flowers or candles in. You're going to need a few different selections of ribbon. So I've chosen some satin ribbon, some burlap ribbon, and also some thin lace ribbon. Again, hobbycraft, craft shops, eBay, take a look, you will be able to find some bargains. Now you're also going to need some scissors, pretty standard, and meet your new best friend. A glue gun is going to be essential for all of these makes. These do get really hot, so do be careful, and it will tend to drip glue just after you've used it, so if you rest it on something when it is hot, on a piece of card or newspaper, just so you don't ruin your table. Now, a nice thing to add in your own personal kind of colour theme into this element of the craft is buttons. So I've got some really lovely little wooden buttons that I'm going to be sticking on top of some of the ribbon once I've put it on. If you've got a bright pink colour theme, if you've got hearts everywhere, flowers, this is a really nice way to add that colour scheme in. So I've gone for a nice neutral wood button, but obviously you could choose anything. First off, you're going to take whichever vessel you've decided to start with and decide which ribbon you're going to use and where you're going to place it. So with this one, I've kind of gone halfway up, which again I think is quite nice. If I was going to do a candle, I would probably do it around the bottom, because otherwise at some point as the candle burns down, it's going to be hidden by the decoration. So I'm taking a length of hemp ribbon, again, really affordable. Shop around on the internet. The internet is going to be your best friend when it comes to these craft projects. The internet and hobbycraft. So first off, lay your ribbon down on the surface you're working on, and you're going to roll that around whichever vessel you're using, just to get the length right. So once you've got the length right, if you just cut that, and this is where the glue gun comes in, you're just going to add a length of glue along the centre of the ribbon. Now, just slight pressure on the handle of the glue gun, and like I said, it does get very hot, so do be careful. And this is the easy bit, you're just going to pop that bottle or vase on, and you're just going to roll it round. Now, the thing I noticed when I was practicing this is if you do lay the ribbon down and then roll it like this, it's actually a lot easier to get a smooth, perfect finish all the way around. The thing about Hessian is it's got tiny holes in the fabric, so it will seep through, so don't do it on any surfaces that you're particularly fond of, or newspaper is a really good bet. So once you've got your first layer of ribbon, we're going to add a second on to add a little bit more interest. So I'm going to go for this really nice thin lace ribbon. I'm now going to finish this just with a little bow made of twine just around the top, just to add that little extra something. I think that would look really lovely, just the way that I have with this one. So now you have one element of your centerpiece that's done. So next we're going to turn this simple glass jar into not only your wedding favour, but also the place setting. Really simple. Again, we're going to go round with the ribbon, and then we're going to add in a tag with stamped letters on, which I think is really cute and definitely works with the kind of vintagey, craft, rustic wedding theme. Take your jar. I'm going to go around the bottom again with the slightly thicker hemp ribbon, because I think that looks really nice. So measure, cut, glue, measure, cut, glue. Does not get much better than that when it comes to crafting. Okay, so once the glue's on, we're just going to pop on the jar and then roll it round. if you were using this just as a table decoration to fill with a candle, then you are, for all intents and purposes, done. But I am going to turn this one into the wedding favour. So we're just going to add a tag to this. There are so many different styles and colours that you can get. I'm going to go for this lovely brown one with a scalloped edge. I think it's really nice and definitely big enough to stamp whichever name you're going to put on. And there you have it. Not only have you got a beautiful table decoration, it's also going to let your guests know where they're going to be sitting, and it's also your wedding favour. So now all you have to do is fill it with sweets of your choice. So like I said, I chose mini marshmallows. Now the really nice thing about this, and I've seen it done for winter weddings, is people putting hot chocolate powder in there or cake mixtures, and then on the other side of the tag people have put kind of short recipe ingredients just for like a cupcake or something, which I think is a really, really nice personal touch. Like I said, I've just gone for marshmallows, and there we go. When it comes to styling up your centrepiece, it's really, really simple. All I've done is I've cut a circle of burlap just using a plate to draw around, so something that we all have. I've just cut out the circle and then placed the jars and vases and flowers in just a kind of graduated way. I really like the idea of using some taller pieces and then some smaller pieces just to add that kind of depth of feel to it, which is really, really nice. Hopefully we've given you some inspiration here for how you can handcraft your wedding and really add that extra special personal touch. There will be plenty more crafts, again along this rustic country wedding theme, so please do check back for some more great inspiration. Thanks for watching.